I picked this. One of the problems when you're painting something white, just because it's white, it doesn't mean that the shadow has to be lighter than something that's dark. And the one thing, for example, if you're trying to match a value, sometimes it's very difficult if you're painting something white, as I say, because the tendency is to think that if something is white, the shadow has to be very, very light. If you want to know about your shadow, how light or dark to make your shadow on any given object, the one property that shadow has to have, the one shadow has to, one thing that shadow does, in other words, shadow functions in a painting in a particular way, and light functions in a painting. They each have things that they do and don't do. Let me move this temporarily. So one thing that shadow does in a painting, it gives weight to the object. If your shadows are too light, the object that you're painting will float. It'll be very pastel-y, let's say. So if you're not sure, like people try to match, you know, you start learning, you're trying to match what you see. But if you disregard that and just try to paint a shadow, as I said, like this, will the object look like it's sitting down? Will it convey the weight of whatever it is that you're painting? So that's one of the functions of shadow in a painting, is to convey the weight of an object, whether it's a jug, this little vase, or the onions, whatever it is you're painting. If you can always tell if your shadow is the right value if the object looks like it's sitting down on the surface that it's supposed to be sitting down on. So that's a much better gauge of how well you've gotten it, rather than trying to match what you think you're seeing, which is virtually impossible.